Hey, it's Mark Strigl of Talking Metal, and we are here at the New Jersey Kiss Expo with the one and only Robert Fleischman. How are you?
Terrific, Mark.
And it's great to see you. We saw you last at the Atlanta Kiss Expo.
That's right.
And you really are a part of the Kiss family from your work with Vinnie and also your work with Gene. Can you
Yeah.
talk a little bit about the work you've done with Gene Simmons?
Well, it's funny. Gene, I met at Warner School in Brentwood. My son and Nick went to the same school.
Ah, okay.
So we were asked to participate in a Halloween show.
Right.
And so Gene played Frankenstein, and Shannon played the Bride of Frankenstein, and I did all the music for all the different rooms.
Oh, wow.
And so, yeah, that's how we kind of touched base. And then later on, he called me up and asked me if I was using this name for a band that I had with Tony Franklin and some other people.
Right.
And it was called Crown of Thorns. So
Right.
he calls me up. He goes, "Are you still doing anything with the Crown of Thorns name?" I go,
Right.
"No, it's just a project, but you can have it if you want it." And so I just discovered that right over there is
Yeah.
Crown of Thorns, and
Right.
this chap over here was in the band.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of
John
funny.
Beauvoir, yeah.
And we wrote some songs together during the time of Circus.
Yeah, Psycho Circus?
Psycho Circus, yeah. And we wrote a couple of songs. It came to my house, and we did some demos. And then a couple of, just recently, he asked me if he could have permission to put the song on the vault.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so it's on the vault, and
Yeah, absolutely.
and I've known Gene for quite some time, and he's always been very nice to me, and I've been nice to him.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. And of course, your history with Vinnie Vincent also makes you a part of the Kiss family.
Yeah.
You announced on Facebook recently that you are not going to be participating with his big comeback concert. And
Right. Yeah,
So
so-
has there been any contact with him since your announcement?
Yeah, I've talked to him.
Yeah.
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 And our relationship's fine. It's
Yeah.
just he's got to understand, and I think he does understand. But if things change drastically,
Right.
it something could happen. But I'm not going to say. I
Right,
don't,
okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
It's all so up in the air.
Yeah, I hear you.
And I just had a hard time with the people that represent him.
I got you.
They just seem to always fumble for him, and I feel bad for him, but it's these
Yeah.
people like to find people that they can piggyback on and use their celebrity
Right.
to advance their careers, and then he gets tied up in it, and then it always somehow starts sinking.
Right.
And it's a shame.
Yeah.
But it's just the way things happen to work for him.
I hear you. And we are here again at the New Jersey Kiss Expo. Bobby Rock, who you did
Yeah.
work with, is right next to you at the table.
Yeah,
the
which
next
I
table
love.
over from that is Lita Ford.
Yeah.
They both have books out about
Yeah.
their history and their life. Would you ever consider releasing a book? I mean, from Journey to the Vinnie Vincent stuff. I mean, you have such a deep history. And
Yeah.
I'm sure lots of great stories. Is that
Yeah.
something that would interest you?
Yeah, but I think there's other people that have such more interesting lives than me, that would eclipse my story. But
Right.
I guess I started accumulating photographs of me, and because photographs always reminds me of the time period
Right.
and memories. So it's kind of a way of refreshing your memory and getting stuff together. My wife I tell her a story, and she goes, "You should write that down." And so,
Yeah.
I need to write these things down, yes.
Right.
But I would love to. I'd love to find somebody who I could work with that would help me do that,
Yeah.
A really good guy,
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's something, it's not my forte. Writing songs and all that stuff is my thing, but doing a book is a completely different animal.
Yeah, I hear you. And last question, you've written so many just epic, legendary songs with Journey and with Vinnie and just many, many others. Where did you learn to write a song? Is it something you were born with, or is it something you worked at to get that skill?
It was just something that came naturally to
Right.
me. I mean, I had a girlfriend. She had a acoustic guitar, like a Spanish nylon
Flamenco,
string guitar,
yeah.
and it was under her bed, and it had chords, a Mel Bay book of chords.
Right.
And she let me take it home, and I started playing chords and learning chords, and I never learned how to play other people's songs. I always wanted to learn how, but I could never figure out. So I just the chords I had, I would just write my own songs.
Yeah,
I started writing my own songs. So I wish I could have learned how to play guitar properly and like been able to be like in a garage band, and played. But now, after years and years, now I know how to play. But back then it was just, I sang better than I played guitar, so I always, got myself in a band where there was a guitar player.
Yeah.
And the thing with that is that I was always complimenting the guitar player instead of the guitar player complimenting me. So I was always adjusting my voice and everything to them.
Yeah.
Instead of the other way around.
Right.
So but luckily I had a really good, vocal range. So I could, I could do it,
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's always an honor talking with you, and we'll let you
too.
get back to business here at the New Jersey Kiss Expo.
Always a pleasure, Mark.
Check in with us soon.
I will.
Yeah.
Thank you for checking on me. Thank you.